Hello everyone, photographer Andredesignz here with a new retouch video. Alright, so today I'll be editing some photos from a engagement shoot I did earlier this week. No, actually last week. If you notice, I was using the, if you notice right here, I named the file, like the photo files of the camera I'm using. So I was using the Z6. For the shutter, I was using 400 for the shutter speed. I was shooting at 1.8 and my ISO was at 64. I was actually shooting around 5 o'clock in the evening for this session. So right now I'm going to be doing some quick editing. I don't really need to do a lot of skin retouching for this couple. I did already delete the bad photos. I may still have a few here. What I may have to delete as well, but yeah, so let's go right ahead with the editing. So for the color profile, I was actually using neutral because I don't like to use vivid or standard or portrait. I want to use my own colors basically, so I choose to use neutral. So let's go right ahead with the editing. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to zoom up to see if the couple's face are in the couple faces in focus, and that looks good. So I'm going to first click auto. So auto will just give me some colors to work from. So I'm just going to go right ahead now and to just tweak it a little bit. So I'm going to come down to dehaze and dehaze it a little bit. I'm just going to come up to exposure, and then I'm just going to bring it up a little bit as well. Good. If you notice, their skin looks a little bit yellow, so I'm going to fix that as well. So I'm going to come to the temperature, bring the temperature down a little bit right there, bring it up back a little bit right there. Good. All right, so I'm going to scroll down to the HSL option, and then I'm going to play with the trees in the background. So I'm going to put it in green because naturally the trees in the background are going to be green. Then I'm going to put some yellow in it a little bit for right here. Good. So that's done. There's nothing else I think I need to do with this. We could go in Photoshop and, you know, whiten her teeth a little bit, but nope, not going to make any adjustment to that. So that looks good. All right. So I'm going to apply. Wait, before I apply this to the other images, I'm going to come here, go back to basic. And then I'm going to put a little contrast in the photo. That looks good. All right, so to do the before and after, you come right here. Have the before and the after. All right. I'm going to change the color of the background back to gray. Let's see. Wait, dark gray. Good. All right, so that's the before and after for that. So I'm just going to apply this to all the images to about right. Well, I'm going to apply to this one, this one, this one, this one. Sync. All right, so it does not work for this photo, so I'm just going to reset it. What's happening? I'm using the pen, so it's a little bit, it's not working so well. For some reason my pen resetted itself. I'm not sure what happened. Alright, so I've applied it to these two images. It works good with them. Still seeing a little bit orange, yellowish on the photo. Let's look at the original and see what it looks like. Okay, that was what it looks like. Alright, so we have to make some adjustment to this image here, because we don't want the image to look serial at all. We want it to look as, you know, natural as possible. So I'm going to bring that up a little bit. Now bring it down. All right, there. Then I'm going to come down to the HSL option here. I'm going to bring the green in back a little bit right there. Good. Then I'm going to play with the yellow. Going to bring the yellow in a little bit right there. So that looks good. Don't think I need to do anything else with this. So I'm going to undo the before and after. Alright, so for each of these images, I think I was using a different shutter speed. If you see, this one is 2000. Maybe what happened is that the sun, so there are times when the sun come out and go back in, well, under the clouds, so I have to adjust it at times. I am not sure why my ISO is at 200 right now. Oh, I think this was the time I was having problems. I don't remember, but it shouldn't be at 200. It should be at 100 or even 64. Alright, so I'm gonna come on to this image now. Alright, and then I'm gonna press auto. I'm gonna go back to basic and then go to auto. Good. Auto is really good at times, actually. So that looks good. I'm just going to bring up the shadows a little bit. Alright, good. Warm it up. How I actually shot this image, there was a tree right here, and I just used a tree leaves for the foreground, basically. Alright, so I'm going to come down to dehaze, and I'll put about 12. I'm going to go back 5 for the dehaze. Then I'm going to go back to the HSL and see if there's anything I can do. So the green, alright, yeah, I'm going to put a little green right there, and yellow, just a little bit of yellow. Good. Let's look at the before and after for this one. So you press this for the before and after, side to side, and then you press this to go back to the full image that you've edited. Yeah. All right, good. So for this one, I'm done. I don't think I need to do anything else with this one, so I'm going to go on to this one now. Before I go on to this one, I'm going to try to apply this effect over to this. And there's a shortcut as well. You can actually come right here for this. If you want to get the settings from this one, you can just click copy right here, and you copy everything, and then you go over here and you can press paste, or you can just do Control Shift C to copy and Control V to paste. Alright, so I just paste the settings from that image over to this one. It does not complement it at all. Alright, the reason why it does not look good is because the settings is basically different. If it was the same settings that we were using from this image, and also if the light was the same, you know, it would actually work perfectly. Because normally what I would do, I would just choose the first image, make the edit to that first image, and apply it to everything else if it's the same location. Alright, so I'm going to come back to this one, and I'm going to reset it because I don't like what I'm seeing. So I'm going to reset that. Then I'm going to go up to the top here, and then I'm going to click auto. Alright, then I'm going to bring my shadow in a little bit. Also, I'm going to bring in the exposure a little bit as well, and then come down to dehaze and, you know, pump some color in it. I'm not going to use this image. Why am I going to use this image? Her eye right here is closed. The lips look a little bit funny, so I'm just going to delete this image. Alright, so I'm going to go on to this one. So this one looks okay. Let me just zoom it up a little bit and see what's happening. You can also use this option right here to fill the image in the screen. Fill 1:1 and 3:1. So these are the options that zooms the image. If you see, we have some color fringing here because the light was going into the lens, and this is one of the reasons I want to change my lens to get one that has, you know, less color fringing, has more glass in it, to give us less color fringing. So I'm going to change my lens soon. Alright, so let me see. I'm going to go on auto for this one as well. Alright, see, auto give me the cloud in the background. That's awesome. Alright, and then I'm going to go to dehaze a little bit. Good. Then I'm going to go to shadows. Bring it up a little bit. That looks good. And there's nothing else I think I need to do with this image. I could still go down to the HSL option and pump some green in the image again. But well, yeah, I'm going to try that. Some green, just a little bit of green. That's it. There's nothing else I need to do. Honestly, when you're doing your editing, you should try to do less, so you can, you know, well, less is more, they say. Alright, but I think I want to make some adjustment to this one though. I think it's too it's too rich, so I'm gonna bring it down a little bit, and then I'm gonna bring down the yellow a little bit as well. Right there. Good. Yeah, there are times I come back over the images and make some adjustments. So I'm gonna bring the, yeah, that looks a little bit more natural to me. Alright, so let's go back to this one. This one looks okay. Alright, so look at this setting. So we have 800 right here, ISO 200. Let's see if this is the same thing. Perfect. So we're going to apply the same thing to this one, and then I'm going to click sync right here. Good. See that? It looks the same, and there's nothing else I need to do, because what I did was to I hold on control on the keyboard, and then press the one I want to change it to, and then I go over to sync, and I sync the same settings over on that image. So there's nothing else I need to do. Let me see if this is straighten. I'm gonna go to this thing right here, the crop overlay tool, which is R on your keyboard, and then I'm going to click on automatic straightening. I don't need to I wonder why. Okay, no, I don't need to straighten this. It's already well, it's not 100% straightened, but right there should be good. Good. So let me see if this is the same setting. Alright, so it was the same setting, so I'm going to apply this to these 3 images now. So hold on control, and then, well, what I did was to hold on shift this time, because I'm doing 3. So hold on shift, and you can get 3 of them, and then we're going to come over to the sync, and then we're going to sync everything. So let's look at it now. That looks good. So that looks just like this one. Perfect. Alright, good. So we're going to move on to, we have some color fringing here, but I'm not going to fix it. Alright, so you know what? I'm going to try to fix it. Let me come down here. I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to go down to lens correction, and then I'm going to click on this right here for the color fringing. Alright, I'm going to zoom it up a little bit more. We'll do 1:1. I'm hold down on space bar to move it, and then I'm gonna click the green right here. Let me see. Alright, so now it's gone. But there are times when you make those adjustments, something else in the image changes. So let's look to see if it looks okay. Alright, that looks okay. Let's look at the before and after. Let me click done, and then before and after. Alright, it looks okay. So I'm going to make adjustment to this one. Actually, for this image, I wouldn't include this image. Why? Because I'm not seeing her face. Because I'm not seeing her face, I mean, to me, it makes no sense. So while I was shooting, I did tell her to, fix it a little bit, but we could still use this. This could still be an interesting image. So I'm just going to click on auto, and look what auto did. Auto gave me the sky, blue skies, white clouds, and stuff like that. So I'm just going to come down here to, well, I'm going to pull the shadows a little bit more. Good. And then I'm going to come down to the HSL option again. And then I'm going to adjust the green a little bit, just a little bit green. Then I'm going to go to the yellow a little bit as well. Good. Right there. Let's look at the before and after for this one. So before and after. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply the same settings to the other images. So because they're the same, they should have the same settings. So let me click this right here. Wait, I'm gonna click sync, and then yeah. Alright, so now I have 2 images here, and I need to pick the best out of the 2. This one looks good. This one looks good. Let me go back to the full view. And this one, I like when she's popping her leg there. Let me just remove this. I just use the bracket on the keyboard, left bracket, to get it smaller. And this is the tool I was using right here. We have grass right here, but I'm not going to remove that. Don't necessarily have to remove it. Alright, good. So both of these images are good. So I'm not going to delete any of them. For this one, I did apply the same settings, but for some reason it did not work. Or maybe the light went in or something. Something happened right here. So I'm just going to go up to basic again. And then I'm just going to go to highlights. Bring the highlights a little bit. And contrast. Right there. Then I'm going to bring up the exposure as well. Right there. I'll scroll down to the HSL option, and I'm going to pump some green in it, and then a little bit of yellow. Then I go back up to basic and then go to dehaze. That looks good. Let's look at it before and after for this. Yeah, pretty good. Alright, so let me go on to another image. So we're going to zoom up again to see if it's in focus. I'm just going to remove the spot right here, this pimple. I'm going to come right here to the right here, and then I'm going to remove this. Done. This is the spot removal tool. Don't think I need to do anything else here with this, so I'm going to zoom it out back, and then I'm going to click auto. Good. Auto pumping the colors. I'm going to push up the exposure a little bit like that. I think I want to adjust right here, so I'm going to go back to the radial tool, and I'm just going to do this. I'm going to move this up here, and then I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm not sure what's happening to my pen. My pen is giving me a lot of problem right now. I need to make some adjustments to it again. Alright, this Trona here, I think I'm going to remove that as well. I'm going to remove it like this. And then I'm going to click done. Actually, I don't like that. Oh my, I just resetted everything. Let me go to the history right here and just do that. Right, that's it. Right there. Alright, I'm gonna click double click to zoom out. Then I'm gonna come down to dehaze and make an adjustment there as well. Right there, looks good. Let's look at the before and after for this. Before and after. So just make some simple edits. You don't need to go all out when you're making your editing at times. There are times you don't necessarily need to do any skin retouching. Alright, so I'm just going to apply the same settings to everything. So I'm going to hold on shift. Let me just pull this out a little bit. Shift. And then I'm going to stop right here. And then I'm going to click sync. So these are all the different settings that I have applied to the image. Or when I click auto, what actually happens. You know, it takes everything that was selected and we apply it to another image. Alright, so that's done. So let's look at the other one. So that looks good. So these two images are the same. Alright, her lips aren't touching her his cheek. So, and this one, it's buried into the cheek. Alright, so that I'm gonna let that one stay. This one looks good. It kind of look a little bit out of focus. It's a little bit out of focus. Well, it's not sharp, but I'm just gonna leave it. But I'm just gonna make some adjustment to removing the hair from the face. Good. Hit done, and that's fixed. So I'm not going to delete this image. This is really a nice image. So I'm going to leave that. This one is good as well. So I'm going to come down here. This one is good as well. This is a nice image as well. Good. So there's nothing else I need to do with that. Right now, I'm going to try to apply this same settings to the rest of images here and see what it looks like. Ah, it looks good. It looks really good. Let me just see. Alright, so I'm going to delete the last image. So this one and this one sort of look the same, so there's no reason to have them, so we need to pick the best one. I love this one when their lips are not touching entirely. This one when they're kissing, so I'm going to remove this one. And I'm going to apply some color to this one now. I'm going to apply the gradient color to it. So I'm going to come right here to where it says gradient filter. And then I'm just going to pull this down here. And then I'm going to play with the temperature. Warm it up a little bit right there. Bring this right down here. Then I'm going to go down to the dehaze. Alright, there. And then saturation. Good. I'm going to come over to this side and the same thing is going to be applied, but I'm going to adjust it a little bit. I'm going to bring the temperature down a little bit. And then I'm going to go to contrast. And then I'm going to go to dehaze again. About right there. You don't necessarily have to do this, but if you want to play around with the colors, you can do it. So that's it. So let's look at the before and after for this one as well. So before and after. And that's good. Alright, so let me see this image now. Alright, so for this one now, I love this one. Let me see if it's in focus. Oh my, we have a lot of Photoshop work to do here. So right here, right here, I'm going to use the removal tool and see if I can do a good job. Normally, I would just bring that into Photoshop. Right there. Let me see done and see what happens. Alright, that looks okay-ish. But again, you know what? I'm going to undo it because what if they're going to blow up this image? Here is going to look funny. So, you know what? Let me redo that. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening here, but let me just try it again. I'm just going to do like right here. Stop. Hit done and see what it looks like. Okay, that looks good. And press R again. Oh, not R. I'm going to go back to... What shortcut is this? It's not coming up. Okay, so it's Q for the removal. Alright, so I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna get it smaller. Hit Q on the keyboard. And then I'm gonna do like right here. Oh my. I'm having a lot of issues with my pen. And I don't want to use the mouse. I just want to use the pen. Good. Alright, so I'm going to bring this up down a little bit more. I'm gonna hit Q on the keyboard again, and I'm gonna try to adjust this. I'm gonna delete this one. Alright, there's something else happening with my computer and I don't know what it is. It's moving a little bit slow. Alright, so I may have to end the video right here because I'm not sure what's happening to my computer. So you guys should get the drift of what I'm doing here in Lightroom. It's basically just making some edits using Lightroom only and try not to use Photoshop. If you don't have to do any skin retouching, you can basically just do all your editing in Lightroom. So you don't necessarily have to use Photoshop in all cases, but it's good to use both of them. It's always good to use both of them. So just look at the images right now. What's happening here? Okay, so I was trying to get some nice shots. I was actually working on getting the splash and I finally got it. This took me about 10 minutes before I was able to get the splash, and I got it. So these are the images so far, and I really appreciate you guys, you know, watching my videos and stuff like that. I mean, it's because of you guys why I'm doing these videos, and I want you guys to learn how to edit properly, how to have fun with editing and stuff like that, you know. So I'm working on some behind the scene videos, so I just need to get them done. I'm busy with work is killing me, and I'm enjoying the death. Yeah, so you guys, you know, continue watching my channel. More is coming soon for you guys to see, so just stay tuned, and thanks for watching. I wonder if I should let you guys see all the rest of the images. Yeah, I'm gonna just continue doing this and that and that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I get a little nice action one there when they're running. Yeah, so that's the end of it. That's it right there. Oh, I need to delete this one. I'll delete this one. Good. So thank you guys for watching. Turn on the notification bell for more for notification once more videos are uploaded, and look out for the new retouch video in Photoshop coming soon, and also that video talking about settings, your camera settings, and what's the best settings you should use when shooting natural light and stuff like that. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.